doing stuff for the benefit of collective knowledge. Let's try it and see what happens. It's a completely clean start. We restarted DOSBox. We're just gonna plow through this game and see where it takes us. How about that? And then if this completely crashes at that same spot, then we'll know, like, yeah, it's just we can't do it. Oh, whoops, wrong thing. I had William Faulkner's set The Sound and the Fury up, and I'm like, why is this so long? This walkthrough wasn't so long before. Okay, let's do this. Okay, get up. Oh yeah, get up. Get wallet. Get money. We can turn on TV. You turn on the television to hear the following pre-recorded message. The city is under military siege. Please remain indoors until further notice. You turn the set off when the message begins to repeat itself. Oh yeah, we didn't look. You are in a sloppy but familiar bedroom. There are piles of clothes scattered around on the floor as well as other assorted junk. In the center of the room is a king-size bed. It is, of course, unmade. The sheets and blankets form a pile at the foot surrounding a television set, which has been angled for absolutely perfect viewing. Next to the bed is a cluttered nightstand. On the opposite end of your room, a dresser. On it are the assorted bits of miscellany you've emptied out of your pockets every night for as long as you can remember. Next to the dresser is a ceramic plant holder filled with soil. On the wall above the dresser is a small mirror. You can also see the light switch next to a door on the east wall. The only other exit from the room would appear to be a window in the north wall. In this area there is a calendar and a travel poster. Oh no, it's all good. It's all good. Mary Pat. Okay. We're not going to even deviate from this. We're going to just do the, we're just, okay. This will be its own video. I'm going by a walkthrough right now. It's this on solutionarchive.com, the Twilight Zone walkthrough, this is the only one I could really find. I'm really grateful for it. Get clothes. You rummage through the revolting pile of dirty laundry until you find a tie-dye t-shirt and a pair of jeans that appear clean and smell all right, for the most part. Wear clothes. Okay, put money in wallet. Put wallet in pocket. I don't know if any of this comes up after, but it's in the walkthrough, so we're doing it. Going east. Okay. Look at pictures. This is something we didn't do in any of my playthroughs, and apparently it will give us several clues for scenarios that we will find ourselves in. You select one of the photos at random. It's a picture of your now dead dog Harold. I hope that's not a clue. Okay. You are in a vast hallway. Why are we doing this with the walkthrough, Marapat says? It's because hopefully if we do a clean start of this game with the walkthrough where we're not doing anything out of order, and I'm not using the save game system in the game, and I'm not using save states in DOSBox, hopefully that's not going to lead to any corruptions. Marty.Zone, happy Crimson Tuesday. You've come with pretty good timing. Let's give you a shout out. Yudichi, happy Crimson Tuesday. Let's give a shout out. What are you up to today? Marty.Zone, good, fantastic to see you. Yeah, we are playing The Twilight Zone, which is a game from 1988. It's an EGA. It doesn't look like it. You could be fooled by looking at the screen. There are occasionally gorgeous EGA backgrounds in this game. It's a text parser game. Kingsfield 3. I don't know that one. I'm going to look this up. Kingsfield. I told myself this would be like a clean recording. Kingsfield 3. Ooh, that looks nice. Ooh, that looks nice. I love early 3D. Okay. Yeah, if you don't know who I am, hi, I'm Julia. I made this game called The Crimson Diamond. It's very much an EGA text parser adventure game, kind of like the Twilight Zone. It's a bit less obscure than the Twilight Zone in terms of like how punishingly difficult it is. John Matrix, Hyper Crimson Tuesday. It looks like, yeah, Kingsfield 3 looks lusciously early 3D. Another, good to see another retro streamer. So thank you so much, Marty.Zone, for the raid. But yeah, my game right now is 20% off on Steam and GOG. Oh, thanks, Yudichi. You and your partner played the game, really enjoyed it. Thank you so much. It's always so nice to hear. Like I said, the game's been out forever at this point, and I'm just happy that people remember it still, you know? Okay, here we go. Oh, and also Mary Pat says you can quote them. It's a soft way to get back into parsers if you've ever liked them. This one is kind of a tricky one. I do have this boxed version though, which is kind of nice. Thanks for the follow, by the way. Yeah, I have this boxed. I bought it from a flea market in Ontario for $20. Okay. Yes, you are in a vast hallway. The hardwood floor is covered by a plush, richly colored carpet. On the walls are photographs depicting your life from birth till present day. This embarrassing collage extends the full length of the hallway. Your folks were a little camera happy. To the east is a door leading to the bathroom. At the end of the hall is a wide stairway leading downward into the living room. Apparently, these pictures will give us clues about some of the scenarios we are going to encounter in this game. We will see. Yes, this is the Solution Archive. This game is a little obscure. This game was created by Gigabit Systems Incorporated. This is the only game they made. Most of the people on this game never made another game. So this game's a little bit obscure, but the Solution Archive does have this walkthrough that I'm using, and thank goodness for that. Okay. Look at photos. You select one of the photos at random. It's a picture of your high school graduation. Okay, look at photos. You select one of the photos at random. Okay, one of you have never seen before. A small crudely made grave on a hill, which is a clue to a scenario that we did see, but it's not a good clue because the thing we had to do was to create a wooden cross out of broken chairs after we buried a soldier, and it doesn't really say any of that. So, okay, look at photos. Picture of your house. Okay, you know what? That's fine. Picture of you taking a bath with your sister when you were little. I don't think that's relevant. Okay, that's fine. Okay. We don't even go to the bathroom in this walkthrough. There's a bathroom that there's stuff you can take. I'm going to go there, heck. Look, this is whole bathroom. It's got a towel, an electric hairdryer, and a roll of toilet paper. These are all very useful items. We don't need any of them because they're not on the walkthrough. Small yet uncramped bathroom. Uncramped bathroom, get it? It is pretty standard and is equipped with all the normal things you'd expect to find. Toilet, bathtub, sink, and mirror. Below the sink is a cabinet. We don't need it. 2 doors that swing outward. Never can open those. Medicine cabinet with mirrored door hangs above. There's a single uncovered light bulb hanging in the center of the room. Irrelevant. The only exit from the room is a door to the west wall that leads back to the hallway. Next to the door is a switch we don't need. Okay, yes. Okay, onward. Okay, thank you so much for the follow. Let's do this. West, down. It says to save in the walkthrough, but we're not going to do that. Actually, I'm kind of scared because there seems to be like a random event where we just die. Hopefully that doesn't happen this time because we cannot save the game in this game because we got corruption error near the end. Right, modern art that you never really liked but kept because it was in. To the west is a swinging door that separates you from the kitchen and your heart, and to the east is the front door. So a copy of Time magazine, a copy of Mad magazine. Fine, let's read Time magazine. It tells the story of how the stars guide the president. Of course, being a former Hollywoodite, he knows all about stars. Read Mad magazine. It's full of it. Stakes are high. What is the word for that? What's the word for that? I don't want to say the word I'm thinking. It's full of assorted satires of already bad television shows. I'm going to just start the beginning of that again. You're standing at the base of the stairway facing your living room. The room is carpeted and looks very cozy. Center of the eastern wall is a long, comfy couch. Along either side are end tables. Sitting on the end tables are brass lamps. In front of the couch is that piece of art. Okay. Let's go. Okay. Carefully exit your house in search of new and greater experiences than can be had within. Besides, if you didn't... What? You carefully exit your house in search of a new and greater experience than can be had within. Besides, if you didn't, this game would never get anywhere. You are standing in front of your house, which is situated to the west. You're standing in front of your house, which is situated to the west. At the end of a small pathway leading from your front door to street, there is a small mailbox. To the east is Constant Lake, any relation to Veronica, which flows through the center of town. The road runs to the north where you can see it intersect with another road. Your street comes to an end a little way to the south, leaving nowhere to go in that direction. This doesn't do anything. I just want to open mailbox. You open the mailbox, find a small note. It reads, "Welcome to the Twilight Zone. Please enjoy your trip." The note then vanishes. Okay, let's go north. 4 times to get to the railroad station. Okay. 1. You walk north up. You walk the road up a tad until you come to an intersection with a cross street. Signpost up ahead. West, a small corner store. Roads continue north, south. Let's go north. Okay, we don't need the tricycle. We don't need the flowers. Find yourself standing in front of a stop sign. Okay, etc. Okay, good. Nothing. Right, here's the railway. Hey, I told you there was art. It's pretty good. Okay. Okay, northeast, get in line. Oh, I should have read that, sorry. This should be a complete playthrough. You're standing in front of the train station. Paint is peeling. Windows are darkened with soot. The once proud building is now sadly in a general state of dilapidation. A strange silence surrounds the place. To your north, there's a glass door. The word "push" is written on the adjacent wall. The only other exit from the area is south down Matheson Street. Hey, Socrates! Happy Crimson Tuesday! Thank you so much for the sub. I really appreciate it. Yeah, look at this art. You should see what else this guy has done. This Berenstain Bear games? My goodness. Let's go northeast. What? North. Okay. You're standing in the entrance to the train station. Although the station appeared empty from the outside, people are rushing here and there. A bobbing sea of heads. No one stops to talk, and even though everyone looks different, you can sense a similarity in their actions. To the north, you can see an archway, and beyond that, a train waiting to be boarded by passengers. There's a little man, probably the conductor, leaning out of the train and yelling something to no one in particular, yet he seems to be directing his attention to you. To the northeast, you can see people lined up at a counter waiting passively for their turn at the window. The only other exit is to the south, out of the building, northeast. You're standing in the midst of a crowd of people, all waiting in a long line to get up to the counter. No one here seems to be in a hurry, a sharp contrast with that of the rushing people in the lobby. The counter is along the eastern wall and has a sign on the front reading, "Have money ready." To the southwest is the lobby of rushing mobs, and to the west there's a line of people. Where the line of people extends, you can see a train boarding passengers. A small man, probably the conductor, shouts to hurry the people. Get in. I actually figured this out myself, this getting in line thing. You get on the line of extremely patient people and quickly learn a little patience yourself. Seems like an eternity before you get to the window. Buy ticket. The lady takes your money and hands you a ticket. She then quickly and tonelessly wishes you a good day. East. Wait. Buy ticket. West. Oh boy. You walk toward the old but not outdated train until you reach the boarding area. Directly to the east is the train sitting on its tracks, which gently curve to the north in front of you. The train still seems to be boarding passengers. Hanging out of one of the entrances is a little man with unkempt hair and a wrinkled uniform. He looks around and finally yells, "All aboard!" To the west is a line of people, the end of which is not more than 10 feet from you. To your south is the lobby full of people running nowhere in particular. West. You walk to the conductor, who takes your ticket and with a wry smile points out the entrance to the train. You step past the conductor and onto the train. As you do, you see what you think might be a smirk. Let's do this. Okay, we have to get all. Oh, appearing, a smirk. What might be a smirk appearing on the old conductor's face. Before you even have time to survey your surroundings, the train begins to move. After recovering from the shock of sudden movement, you have time to glance around. You find that you are standing in a quaint little train compartment. Both sides are lined with 2 rows of chairs, and each chair has its own light and vent control. The car is empty with the exception of 2 people. Oh. This art is good. No doubt about it. Sitting in the first seat is a lady wearing a long dark purple dress and a hat with plastic flowers on it. Her outfit is accented by her prominent features, nose, wrinkles, etc., and her bifocals sitting on the tip of her long bumpy nose. Her choice of jewelry would appear no better. Besides a few oversized rings, she wears some type of pendant around her neck. She notices you. Noticing her, smiles quickly and stands up, apparently in a hurry. The only other occupant of the compartment is a man, you think. He is so huddled up in black and gray robes that it is impossible to see his face or any distinguishing features, even though the light above his seat shines directly on him. He is situated right next to the door and has just set down a newspaper that he was reading. Lying on the floor in front of the door from which you boarded is a small rectangular piece of white paper. There's no exit from the car other than jumping, and that would not be advisable. In this area, there is an oversized pendant, a newspaper, and a business card. Yes, we will find out soon enough. Get all. Okay. Examine pendant. The pendant is round and studded with jewels. You can see a slot that is the same width as a business card. The pendant must have some type of hypnotic effect because the longer you stare at it, the harder it is to look away. Examine newspaper. It's a Daily Planet. It has writing all through it and a big headline on the front. Read paper. The lead story appears to be about some lady who was killed in a freak accident in the train station yesterday. There's a picture of her above the caption. Look at card. The business card is made of a small piece of sturdy white paper. The front has some writing on it. Put card in pendant. We're not supposed to read the writing on the... I know what the writing on the business card says. I'm scared to do it because everything here is very timed. And if you run out of turns before something's going to happen, you will die. The card says GR, which means Grim Reaper, basically. Odd, but it fits perfectly. Oh, maybe I can look at read card. Business card says, yeah, GR and Associates. I'm supposed to get off the train now. Get off train. Whoops. It is deaf. As the train grinds to a halt, and you step off, the docile figure in robes springs to life. The cloak is torn from him, revealing a skull where his face should be. A green aura spreads out to surround his entire form. Interesting green, with the green gem we saw earlier, or later, or something. He begins to exit the train, but suddenly stops to face you. His mouth does not move, but nonetheless, he begins to speak. The tone of his voice exemplifies the very essence of death. I am the Grim Reaper, the tool of death. I have decided your fate. It is not in your power, nor any mere man's, to resist my will. No one plays games with death and wins. Your destiny has been chosen, the game is over, and I have won. As always, your only avenue of escape, if you can escape, would seem to be the ticket counter to the east, as you cannot enter the lobby from where you are. Okay, Sonneveld has said, found out why save might not have worked. You need to quit the game for it to write to disk. Oh, I see. That's very interesting, Sonneveld. I might not have, probably didn't quit properly. Yeah. That totally makes sense, and that's on me then. We're gonna just plow through this. I thought this would be a lot faster, but it's not. It's fine. We committed. Okay, so it's all in memory, but the tz.gms is not written to until you quit. Gotcha. I'm actually using tzega. Does that make a difference? Okay. This is something we didn't do. I got stuck at this part. East. You flee the evil Reaper and for a moment have time to collect your thoughts. Oh, that's a file name for your save game. Okay, gotcha. The ticket counter seems to be exactly the same as before, except it is closed. To the south is the lobby, and it is, as usual, filled with masses of people milling about. The only other exit is back to the west toward the Grim Reaper, who is gaining on you rapidly and spewing insane chatter. Let's go south. Yeah, it's good to know now. But yes, it's actually, unfortunately, I just completely stopped using their save system. You manage to stay one step ahead of the Reaper, barely. He is right on your heels, so close, in fact, that you can hear the vile hiss of his hot breath rushing between his yellowish teeth. The crowds of people have moved to the side and opened a southern path to the station exit. Still, no one seems to even notice the life-threatening situation you have been placed in. To the north is the deserted ticket counter, and to the east, the train tracks run north and south. Suddenly, a small boy mindlessly steps in between you and the Grim Reaper. The boy looks lost. The Reaper looks, well, happy. Hello, little boy, he says, menacingly. Yeah, by interesting you mean frustrating, UDT. Yeah. Yeah. We're just gonna go through this and perfectly. The boy is frozen in his tracks, eyes darting from the Reaper to you to a woman who is apparently his mother. The woman screams and starts to run towards her son, but the throng holds her back. For her own safety, they tell her, you see, a small boy. This is, yeah, I got stuck at this part, but what we're supposed to do is wave pendants at Reaper, because you remember how it mentioned that it's hypnotic, and we have time. Oh, Judge Con, yeah, I was real close to the end, and we got a data corruption, memory corruption error thingy, and I want to be finished with this game, and I'm actually seeing if we can finish the game, just from one playthrough from beginning to end without doing any saving. Because I was using the save states in DOSBox, and I don't know if that was probably the issue. You wave the pendant, and the Grim Reaper suddenly halts in his tracks. A horrified expression twists his heinous visage. He raises his arm in front of his face as if to block some attacking force. The pendant then becomes too hot to hold and falls to the ground. Apparently we still need to save that boy. Quickly snatch the child from the Grim Reaper's pathway, thus saving him from being prize of the Spectre. The Grim Reaper attempts to stop you, but slowed from the invisible onslaught of the pendant, he fails. Yeah, I don't know who the... Maybe Bill Kuhn, it's, famine, pestilence, war, etc. Stunned by your act of selflessness, he stops. The expression on his face falls somewhere between that of shock and dismay. Slowly and with no detectable feeling, he speaks. Death must be paid its due. I will return to claim what is mine. A puff of smoke, much like a cheap stage effect, momentarily clouds your view. When it clears, no trace of the Reaper can be found. Lying on the ground where you drop the pendant is a small heart-shaped locket. Get locket. Examine locket. Heart locket is small and frail. It's golden and looks like it could hold a small picture. Oh, Sandoval says, if game still crashes at the end, I might ask Julia for her save to actually debug it. Oh my gosh, Sandoval, thank you so much. We'll see. Fingers crossed, we don't need to. But thank you for offering. I will stay up to find out. Okay, south. South. East. We need to get this brick. Great. Drop paper. Okay. East. South. East. Okay. Duval. So we did figure this out, which I'm very excited about. Yeah, retro Twitch, you guys are the best. Like Marty Dot Zone, Hungagoria, Towie, NK, Fractal Mind Mike, Sonneveld, it's Foolery. Like, just to see you guys pass through here, like, it does mean a lot to me. I feel like it's cool that I get to feel a part of that community. Yeah, JudgeCon, easily best community around, bar none. Bilkin says they are doing the trope from the Twilight Zone episode where Ed Wynn had to outsell death to save a child's life. Possibly? Yeah, Mirapat, I will say when we are in a place where I haven't been before, for sure. I wanted to do a clean start of the game with no potential, but hopefully for any corruption, data corruption. Aw, thanks, Annabelle. Says I'm part of the community. I really, that means a lot to me. I did figure this part out, which I'm very excited about. Oh, I should have looked, darn it. Okay, you're standing in front of Duval's toy store. Now, there's we don't know if this is Robert Duvall or Shelley Duvall. You have fond memories of when you were a kid and used to walk down those cluttered aisles daydreaming about owning each and every toy. The store is now dark and there is a sign hanging from the inside of the door that reads closed. The only exit from the area is to the west down Denton Avenue. That's okay. Actually, this next scenario that we see will be where we started off this evening, which is in the jungle. Throw brick at window. Okay, you smash the window nearest the door handle and reach through to unlock the door. Go east. When you first enter, it is completely dark. A strange feeling that you can't quite place passes through your body but slowly fades. You're cradling the body of a dying young soldier in your arms. He doesn't appear to have much time left. but with great effort he manages to lift his eyelids. Recognition flashes in his eyes, and he fights to speak in a voice frail and tired. My friend, my true friend, we have lived through much together, and now I go on to the afterlife first. Do not be sad. I go with anticipation, ready to be rid of this world and this pain. He stops. His face wrenches in seemingly unbearable pain, but through the pain he continues, I love you as a brother. Take this. Remember me. A single tear rolls down his cheek as his eyes close. The peace overtakes his body. Peace. I guess we're seeing a lot of those words we used in those riddles for the king. You're holding a single shining silver bullet engraved with a picture of a dragon. You are in a large bamboo hut. Broken chairs and tables have been pushed to the edges of the structure to allow for a row of cots which line in the center of the room. The only exit is through a crudely constructed bamboo door in the southern wall. You see army cot and a dead body. Okie dokie. Look at bullets. Bullets made of solid silver has an intricately carved picture on it. Look at picture. The picture is of a knight slaying a dragon with a huge, powerful-looking sword. It's all connected. Yeah, this is what I mean about the graphics not necessarily being representative of the current state of the game, which is fine. Get body. You heave him over your shoulder. He seems to weigh quite a bit. South. You are standing in the middle of a small rundown village. The east and west are two dilapidated huts that look hardly big enough to accommodate a single person. To the southwest is what appears to be the oldest hut. Its only outstanding feature is that it is still standing. There is a hut to the north that looks almost big enough to sleep in and appears far more sturdy than the rest. A path to the south leads up a small hill away from town. South. Yeah, it could be rigor mortis. So rigor mortis doesn't set in until a couple hours. But we don't know how time passes in this game. You walk up the gently sloping path until you reach the crest of the hill where you stop to survey your surroundings. You're standing in an open area. The ground feels very moist. Thick clumps of grass seem to be growing everywhere. The path continues on to the south where it disappears at the entrance to some very thick woods. Movement is restricted in every other direction by shrubs and tangles, except, of course, where the path leads north back into the village. You see some grass. Okay, we need to drop the body. Whoops. Drop body. Sadly, you part with it knowing that someday you will be reunited once again. Yes, while parting is such sweet blah, blah, blah. Yeah, sometimes I don't care for the attitude of this game, but, what can you do? North. Okay, we've read that already. West. This is a small, cluttered hut. It is crude, having only a dirt floor and no windows. It is not very high, so you cannot stand upright. Garbage is strewn about the floor. The only exit from the hut is through the eastern door where you entered. In this area, there is a farmer's shovel and a gardener's hoe. And a wooden chair. Get chair. Get chair. Get shovel. Okay. East. Southwest. You're standing in the most permanent of all the huts. It appears to have been there for quite some time, but it also looks as if it could topple over at any minute. This hut is as deserted and empty as the others, with the exception of a pile of wretched-smelling clothes. You can also see a few bones scattered about the floor of the hut. The only exit is through the door to the northeast. You see a short piece of rope and a long piece of rope. Get all. Northeast. South. Okay. Crest of the hill. Okay, here we are. We now have to break chair. You smash the chair against the ground and it splinters into useless pieces of wood. Get wood. Make a cross. Make a cross with wood. You tie two pieces of the wood together with the rope and form a makeshift cross. Dig grave with shovel. You sadly dig a hole large enough to function as a grave. Get splinter. Cream, not custard. Happy Crimson Good Tuesday. Get splinter. Ow. Take body. Bury body. You lower the still warm body of your unknown. See, he's still warm, so he wouldn't have rigor mortis. Well, maybe, I don't know how that works. You lower the still warm body of your unknown friend into the cold, lifeless ground. You solemnly refill the hole with the dirt, forming a mound on top. Oh yeah, we should look at our cross. Examine, how did we do? He's ruggedly handsome. I don't know about that. Put cross on grave. Marty.Zun says, thank you for reading all the text. It makes for a very cozy stream. I'm glad you appreciate it. I'm actually trying to like get through it as quick as I can. And I was thinking I'm just kind of marching through the game. But if you feel like it's cozy, then maybe I'll try to make it a little cozier. Because I was like, boop, ba-doop, ba-doo. Put cross on grave. You bend over and securely plant the cross at the head of the grave. As you do, your whole body feels like it is swimming in water. The feeling fades and you stand up to find yourself at the base of a picket fence. That you have apparently been building. You see a sledgehammer. Karaslash, thank you. It's cozy like a Let's Play. Thank you. I appreciate it. Let's get that hammer. So this is, we're back up. This is the part that I've caught up to where I was. Get hammer. Pick it up. East. You make your way over to the house and briskly walk up the old stairs to the porch. The paint is faded and the wood groans in complaint as you step on it, but for some reason you know it will hold. It's almost as if you have been here before. The porch extends for the full length of the house and offers plenty of room to sit and daydream or just watch the sun rise and fall. In one corner, on the northern end of the porch, there is an old wooden rocking chair. Down the stairs to the northwest, there is a beat-up truck parked on a long, winding gravel driveway. To the east is a screen door. Through the door, you can see what appears to be the kitchen. No, the chat is part of this, Gary Angeles. This is why I'm doing this, right? It's for you guys. What am I doing again? North. Right. You are standing outside a huge burning barn, formerly used to store hay. The heat from the fire seems to be getting very intense. You don't know how much more you can take. The entranceway is to the north, but flames are engulfing it quickly. To the southwest is the driveway containing the red pickup truck. To the south you can see the porch to the house. As you glance back, you can see someone standing on the porch, waving frantically. Shh! What was that? Over the crackling wood and falling beams, you hear a faint cry for help. This is stressful. A seagull, this is stressful. And this art is just amazing. It's all good, you guys. Come on. It's all good. I appreciate you all. And lurkers, too. I especially appreciate you folk. If you just come here and enjoy, I'm happy for you to be here as well. Although common sense tells you it's a death trap, you rush through the flames and into the barn almost as if you had no control over your actions. You run through the door just as it is engulfed in flames, becoming impassable. You are now standing in the center of a flaming mass. Your eyes are watering and smoke is everywhere. It is very difficult to see. You can, however, just make out an empty stable to the east and a wooden ladder leading up to the hay loft a few feet in front of you. The ladder and hay loft have just started to burn, but could collapse at any second. You still hear a faint cry for help, but cannot place the location or source. Up. You quickly climb the ladder until you reach the hayloft. The fire is beginning to get real bad. You can feel the heat under your feet and aren't too sure how long it is going to hold up. Wonderful. The loft is filled with newly cut hay, stacked in neat bundles which are now starting to smoke and smolder. The loft doors to the outside are closed and latched by a small metal bolt. Huddled in one corner, crying and coughing, is a small girl. She is curled up as if she is trying to hide from the fire. Lying next to her is her rag doll. You see a little girl. Heat under your feet. Canned heat. Canned heat in your heels, right? Okay. Look at the girl. The small girl is extremely frightened. She can't see you because of the smoke and her fetal position. The only sign of life is her soft crying and whimpering. Tie rope to girl. You coil the rope around her limp body, tying it securely. Lower girl through door. You lower the small girl to the ground in relative safety, although a short distance away from the flames. We actually have to wait, which doesn't make any sense, and we gotta wait until the floor collapses. What do you want to do? Look at ladder. The ladder leads down to the first floor. Look at bolt. The bolt is made from metal and can be slid back to allow the door to be opened. Slide bolt. I don't understand you. Just then, the floor collapses, and you find yourself a level lower, surrounded on all sides by flames. Yow. Okay, next we have to hit wall. You kick the burning wall and quickly pull your foot away to avoid barbecuing yourself any further. The wall has been weakened by the flame and breaks away, creating an exit from the inferno. South. You are standing before what... Yes, we already read that. Beyond, okay, there is a woman standing and waving her arms frantically, standing on the porch. Okay, yes, right. With a resounding crash, the burning barn collapses from the ravages of the fire. Get girl. As you gently pick up the frightened girl, a small photo falls to the ground. Get photo. As you approach the truck, a woman comes running from the house. She is too frazzled to speak, but holds out a set of keys, apparently used to operate the truck. You're standing in a long, curving driveway that extends far down until it eventually meets the road. To the southeast is a dilapidated porch extending the full length of the large farmhouse. Parked near the house on the driveway is an old pickup truck that looks as though it has seen better days. Hey, oh hey, it's Kara. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Good to see you. What have you been up to today? Aw, Hyper Maple, aw. Oh my goodness. Crane Culture, she's sassy. Oh hey, it's Kara, Cat Mama 616. Charismatics. I'm a loony. Hyper Maple, thanks so much. Oh hey, it's Kara, let me give you a shout out. Amazing. What are we up to today? Fantastic. Thanks for joining me. We are playing the Twilight Zone. Actually, you know what? What I'm going to do? I'm going to go grab it. Thank you so much for joining me. This is wonderful. We are playing through this game. Playing a bunch of demos. Yeah. So do you know about this? Do you know about this game? I have this game. And it's funny because I was kind of thinking about planning on playing this eventually, and then I found it at a flea market. And look, it's in the condition is pretty good. And I think this is the original shrink wrap even. And it just got opened at the top. And I bought this for 20 Canadian dollars. And then I knew I had to play it instantly, So kind of, I think the following stream I started to play this. Thank you so much for the follows. Actually, the same day I bought this, I got this pristine copy of Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, which I've already streamed. But this one, it's kind of obscure. As I mentioned this earlier, but it's the only game Gigabit Systems Incorporated made. There's 5 or 6 people made it. Most of them only made that game, except for Patrick Moran, who made other games. And we got pretty close to the ending, but then the game's data got corrupted because I think it didn't like how I was using save states in DOSBox, and I don't think I like that. But we're just trying to play over through the game real quick together with a walkthrough, because I do want to see the whole game, and I also want to see if it's going to crash if I started a completely fresh playthrough and just followed the walkthrough to the letter. Did you find any demos that you really liked? Oh, hey, it's Kara. Let's do this. Okay. Okay, we have to get keys. Oh, get in truck. Oh, she gave us the keys. Okay. Get in truck. You climb into the seat and find yourself sitting behind the wheel. There's a small slot for the keys. Put keys in slot. Yeah, this is I guess kind of appropriate now for spooky Spooktober month. But it also is a really good excuse for just having a bunch of random scenarios that you can explore. We were in a train station with death. Now we're in some kind of Americana place. We're going to be going somewhere else very shortly. Played a demo for Cairn, an absolutely gorgeous mountain climbing game. Genuinely sad when we got to the end of the demo. I've been seeing, some climbing type games recently. Lovely. Okay, start truck. You look down and turn the key to bring life to the old battered truck. But the sound you hear is not the engine of an old pickup truck. You look up to find yourself in a Formula One racer, just pulling out of the pit. and back onto the track. The flag signifying the last lap goes up as you pull out. The girl is nowhere to be found. You're sitting behind the wheel of a bright red Formula One race car. The motor is humming, and you can feel the car's anticipation through the gently vibrating steering wheel. You are wearing your safety strap, so your movement is almost entirely inhibited. Through the window, you can see the thousands of cheering fans waiting for the end of the race, but you cannot hear them over the din of cars zooming past. You see driving gloves. Oh, by the way, if you do want to check out my game, oh, thanks so much for the follow. If you want to check out my game, The Crimson Diamond, it is an EGA text parser mystery game, kind of like this game. It's the EGA text parser game. It's currently 20% off on Steam and 20% off on GOG. If you want to check it out, if you like this kind of a thing. Oh, you know what else I can show you guys? Yeah, I was actually working on a new game today. I will show you that. This is a new screen for a new game that I'm working on for a mini maple mystery. Oh, whoops. Yeah, here it is. I've done 2 screens for it already. So this one, and then this one, which is, and then we were working today on the interior for this room, for this building, which is this. Oh, not this. This. Just getting started on that. And it's going to be a text parser game as well. Very like a little mini maple mystery 1 to 2 hour type of playthrough. But yeah, if you're interested, there's no Steam page or anything for that. Maybe at some point there will be, but we're just working on some of the backgrounds together on my streams. Let's get back to this whole thing. Now this is incredible because this is a race car driving part of the game where it's all text parser. Boy, oh boy. Okay, we have driving gloves. Okay. We have to wear gloves. I thought I had to get the gloves first. They're a perfect fit and they make the steering wheel less slippery. Step on gas. You step on the gas and the acceleration of the car presses you tightly against your seat. Before you know it, you're on top of the first curve. And apparently we're just supposed to know to turn left because Formula One racetracks in the US go counterclockwise. You turn the steering wheel just in time to take the curve at the northern end of the track. You round the curve and find yourself gaining on the lead car. Step on gas. Whoops. Oh no! This is what happened. Because you're traveling at a much slower pace than the cars behind you, one of them rams into the back end of your car, destroying you both instantly. This is a real tightrope walk of a game, and so this can happen really easily. But at least this game has the grace to offer us an undo, which I will use. Yeah, this game is something for everyone. Interdimensional travel, horror, spookiness, F1 racing. Step on gas. You step on the gas in hopes of overtaking the race leader. You manage to get next to him, but you are forced to drop back due to a southern curve you're about to hit. Huh? Now we have to turn left again. Your car screeches around the curve. And this may look like, oh yeah, I'm just getting through this, but there was a lot of dying happening before. Your car screeches around the curve on the tail of the leader. As you pull out of the curve, you see the finish line just ahead. The thing is also, is that some of these are time dependent, and sometimes undo is not going to get you out of a fix. Because you might need to have saved some time previous to the dying part, which means you could be soft-locked. Step on gas. You floor the gas in an attempt to win the race at the last second. As you near the finish line, you slowly edge in front of the leader, and you pass the checkered flag first. You are, however, moving much too quickly. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. We have to now slow down. You can't just win the race. You have to survive finishing the race. You step on the brake in an attempt to slow your car. In front of you on the track is a group of reporters and people, and you are headed straight toward them. We now have to make another turn, but not left this time. We must turn right. Turn right. You cut the wheel sharply, and the car skids sideways for what seems like a mile. Scree. The car finally comes to a halt, a short distance away from the crowd of people. Get out of car. You are standing outside the car. You are suddenly overwhelmed by reporters and fans, all scrambling, screaming and cheering for you. Your movement is totally inhibited by all the people around you. Well, not totally, as you're pushed and shoved into the center of the track beneath a tremendous podium. Up. You step onto the huge podium as thousands of people celebrate your victory. On the podium, you have a great view of the stadium packed with fans. A man approaches and congratulates you. He holds up a trophy about half your size and waits for you to accept. You bend over to pick it up. You bend over to pick up the trophy, but never actually manage to touch it. Everything goes black, and you feel a gentle tap on each of your shoulders. You hear a voice. Stand, Sir Knight, and you feel compelled to stand. Stand. You look around to find that you're standing on a set of marble steps leading up to a beautiful gem-encrusted throne. Standing in front of the throne is a very majestic, proud, and serious, yet sad-looking king. A plush, deep red carpet originates near an immense set of ornate double doors. The carpet trails to the stairs through a series of carved white pillars. Between each pillar and in front of the double doors are a pair of stern guards, whom stand silent and motionless. The whole atmosphere demands your respect and admiration and awe. This game is something for everyone to see. Oh, thank you. The king slowly rises to address you. The plague upon our land has all but destroyed us mentally and physically. You are our last hope for survival, for you alone can destroy the scourge of evil. I offer you this gem which will aid you in your quest. Further help I cannot be. The fate of the kingdom is in your hands. Good luck. My people and soldiers will escort you as far as they dare. Get gem. Look at gem. I like gems. The gem is small enough for you to close your hand around, which is really not at all small for a gem. It is soft, glowing. It is a soft, glowing, almost liquid green. Yeah, it's a lot of text. There's a lot of text. We're getting through this. North. You are at the entrance of an ominous cave. Its opening is overgrown and partially covered. It is easily large enough for you to fit through. One of your escorts points at the entrance but says nothing. All that can be heard are the beating hearts of you and your party. It is quite obvious that no one is going any further except you. You see an ant. There's nothing to do with this ant. I don't know why this is here. Look at ants. It's a very small, black, has 4 legs. I don't know why it has 4 legs. And a combination of pincher feelers. I guess in this dimension, insects have 4 legs. Let's go. North. You find yourself dodging stalactites and stalagmites in a seemingly endless, foreboding pattern. The passage finally opens into a natural room deep in the center of the mountain. It is deep and undisturbed by human hands, with the exception of a giant bronze door, although you're not even sure if it was created by human hands. Part of the northeastern wall. Look at door. Look at door. The door has a small slot in it. Look at slot. The slot is very small and perfectly round. There is a picture of a dragon above the slot, which is indicative of the bullet with the dragon on it that our dying comrade gave us. We don't know whose bones these are. These could be anybody's. Could be a Grim Reaper's relative sleeping. Put bullet in slot. The bullet is just small enough to fit tightly into the slot. You push it in about halfway, and you hear a click. The door swings open, revealing a passage to the northeast. You find yourself standing in a damp, empty cave. The whole room is made up of one cold, lifeless gray stone. In the northern walls is a thick iron door. It is featureless except for some writing carved into its center. To the southwest, a giant bronze door, also covered in writing, prevents passage, which is the way we came in, but anyway, it's fine. Read writing on iron door. The door has a riddle on it. It reads, "Look and see behind the door, a bullet sinking to your core. Hear the sirens loudly screaming. See your flag so proudly gleaming. What am I? War." The door vibrates and slowly opens, revealing a passage to the north. Feeling of dread rushes through you as you enter the cave. This cavern seems to be exactly like the others. Lonely, bare, eerie. In the northwest wall is a wooden door. The entire length of the door is carved with beautiful symbols and drawings. In the center are some carefully carved words. To the south is a thick iron door. Read writing on wooden door. Another door. This one. I'm a weed that chokes life. I cause pain, suffering, and strife. With valiant effort I can be shaken, but sometimes I will reawaken. What am I? Sickness. The door opens, revealing a passage to the northwest. You are standing in a room carved from the stone in a circular manner. In the middle of the room is a pit. Small pathways surround its perimeter. There is a stone door to the north and a wooden door to the southeast. It appears as if both doors have some writing on them. Read writing on stone door. Yeah, it did cause us pain, Mary Pat. Wasting me is a crime. You might be wasting me by reading this rhyme. Although I slip without a sound, in your schedule I can be found. What am I? Time. Door slowly north. You are standing in a large man-made room. The room reeks with evil, causing you to shudder silently as you look around. The walls are rock, obviously gouged out to make the room larger. The room is featureless, with the exception of a huge black sword, the mere sight of which sends chills running throughout your body. It is sitting on a pedestal made of smooth black stone. Two wicked demons jut out of the top of the pedestal on either side of the sword, looking as if they are protecting it. The sword is long and looks razor sharp. Its handle is wrapped in leather and studded with jewels. Carved into the rock beneath the sword is some writing on a panel embedded in the center. You see a shiny sword. Read pedestal. Pendenstal. It reeks of evil. The pedestal also has a riddle on it. It reads, mind is dazed, no more moving. Sounds of choirs, sounds so soothing. The rhymes that you have read today are the tools with which I play. What am I? Death. The pedestal rumbles and the sword quivers as its name is spoken. Get sword. A chill runs through you as you pick up the sword. You find it surprisingly light and maneuverable. Put gem in sword. The gem fits perfectly and stays firmly in place. It makes the evil look of the sword complete. So, right. Read wooden door. Time. Southeast. Read iron door. Hell. Okay, so this is a new one we hadn't actually seen before. Oh, right. Actually, I should have read the other riddle. I just have the same answer as the other riddle. Sometimes I can be cruel. When people use me as their tool, I grind, rip, and deteriorate. I also tell you when you are late. What am I? Time. Next, running steady in the night. Eating chocolates isn't right. Though I'm not always good, people try and keep me, and they should. What am I? Health. Southern door majestically swings open, making you leap out of the way. There's a passage to the south. Let's go. Right, same passageway. Read bronze door. This is the part that was weird last time, right? Because it's the same riddle that we already answered before, and when I answered peace last time, it didn't work, but it worked this time, which got me scared because I thought we broke the game. But it's working better this time, which is quite promising. Southwest. Right. Back here. South. You triumphantly walk out of the cave to find all your escorts waiting diligently. They probably would be playing cards if they knew what they were. You hold up the sword and they cringe and cheer at the same time. They chinged, they creered. The leader walks up and eyes the sword warily. He speaks. No man has ever entered this cave and come out alive. You are truly a legend. Come, we will take you back to the castle where we can all get up and dance to a song that was a hit. That was a hit before your mother was born. Though she was born a long, long time ago, the party heads off to the south. You look around to find you are standing on a set of marble steps leading up to a beautiful gem-encrusted throne. This we've already heard before. So nothing's changed. We give sword to king. King. Whoop. You kneel and hold the sword above your head for the king to take. He accepts the sword and tells you to stand. Once you're face to face, he puts his hand on your shoulder and speaks. You have done my people a great service. I would like to thank you by offering you this gem. He plucks the green gem out of the sword handle and holds it out for you to take. Take gem. You graciously accept. Oh no! I broke again. Exactly. Twilight Zone music. Do 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 do. Oh no. Ah. It was going better too. We didn't get that weird glitch with the door and stuff. Oh man. Okay, I don't even know Sonnenwald because I didn't save at all. I didn't save at all. But I don't have a file for you. I don't know what to do at this point. Is there anything I can do? I could try crying a bit. If I thought that would help, I would. Okay, so save it before. Okay, so off stream, what I'm going to do is I'm going to replay this without saying the stuff to myself. That will make it happen much faster. I will save a game file for Sonnenfeld, and I will pass that on to him. We can see if we can figure this out and get the triumphant ending that we deserve.